In today's video, we are discussing the 5 love languages. We're out here in getaway cabins in Catskill, New York, amidst all of this sort of corona hysteria. We've just got a cabin, went completely away. This is going to be the second edition of the conscious relationship series that we're going to start on this channel. So I have Vanessa back here on popular request.
Hi everyone.
And this time I'm going to make her talk way more because last time on the comments I got so many comments telling me that I was talking too much and she wasn't talking enough. So that's all her this time. But we want to discuss the 5 love languages, which are really all about learning how to express love to your partner in the right way that makes them feel loved, and also communicating your own needs in a very, very positive way that allows your partner to understand what to do to make you feel loved. Okay, so just want to kind of summarize what the 5 love languages are, kind of give you our experience on it, and then how to, certain pointers to implement this into your life to improve your relationships, okay? We'll start with really talking about what the 5 love languages are. So we have the 5 love languages right here on my laptop, so go ahead. So we're just going to talk about all 5, and then we'll actually go into detail on what each one means, okay?
Okay, so we first have words of affirmations, acts of service, receiving gifts. Who doesn't like that? Quality time, and physical touch.
Okay, so those are the 5 ways people feel loved and people express love.
Yeah.
And the way you feel loved may be different than the way that you like to express love. Okay, so what we really want to do is bring awareness into these sorts of behaviors, because until you really sit down and actually talk about this to your partner, all of these things are just unconscious. You're loving them in the way that you feel,
it's right.
Yeah, exactly. You feel like I want to express love this way, and that's the right way to express love. But let's just say that's not how you feel loved. Then I'm going to try so hard and do so much. And I'm going to think oh, I'm doing so much. But then from your end, you might think oh, I don't feel loved in this relationship. And that creates conflict. And we've definitely experienced a little bit of that where we had a miscommunication in the way that we express and feel loved. So let's go through each one of the 5 love languages and really talk about what they are. So the first one is words of affirmation.
So basically, words of affirmation, it's when someone just tells you how they feel about you in words. It's just how much they love you, care about you, and just them affirming to you how important you are to them in their life,
It's you would like to hear it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I love
mostly
you.
hearing.
And I appreciate you. So it's you need those words to constantly affirm to you, okay, this person is really caring out here, okay?
I like that one.
And we're going to talk about in detail what we also prefer. Let's just first describe all of them. Okay, now, number 2 is acts of service, where you're really going out of your way to do certain things for your partner, right? Maybe you're doing their laundry, maybe you're cleaning their room for them, maybe you're bringing them some food. That could be an act of service. And this, again, is this is a way that you express love, and this is a way you may feel loved. Number 3 is receiving gifts. Yeah. Gifts is very, very self-explanatory. It's just buying your partner gifts.
Number 4 is quality time. And that just basically means just having a conversation with your partner one-on-one, just playing cards, board games, or even a paint night, stuff you guys like to do.
I think it's really just time away from distractions and things that are constantly stimulating your mind. And I guess quality time could be, you even maybe watching TV together, or if that's something that you truly both enjoy, that's fine. That's something you got to come on to a common agreement about. But it's really about what you consider to be just time that's getting to know each other, and time that you're spending with each other.
Just the 2 of you.
Yeah, exactly. Just you two. And lastly, it's physical touch, number 5. Physical touch is really just expressing love through touch, hugging and all that stuff. Okay, out of the 5, which one would you say, pick your 2 main ones, ways that you feel loved, not express, so feel loved.
So the way I feel loved will definitely be words of affirmations, and I will say receiving gifts at some times.
So those are your 2 main ones?
Yeah, I believe so.
Do you feel that I do enough of those?
I think you do. I think that you do.
Was there a time where you felt that I hadn't?
Because
in terms of gifts, I feel because I remember in the beginning, my ways of expressing love is usually
words.
Mine's actually, I feel like it's physical touch and maybe quality time and acts of service. So it's like, I think the two main ones, like, at least in the beginning, right? When I wasn't aware that that's how you really felt loved, that was like my way of giving love. And so you see, like, that right there. You could be completely unaware of that, and you could be doing your best, whereas your partner doesn't feel loved because you're not expressing love in the way that they feel loved. And so this is a common adjustment that, like, a mutual adjustment that you have to make, where you have to figure it out and just simply ask. Honestly, many things in relationships, you feel like you're trying to read minds, and you're trying to, like, you expect your mind to be read.
All you have to do is ask, like, you know, if you're really not in a relationship and stuff, like, it shouldn't be, like, so hard. Like, just go to your partner and just ask them about it. Like, that's the whole point about communications that we discussed in the other video. Like, just be able to talk about these things and really figure each other out, you know?
Yeah, and I remember we actually had a conversation earlier on about this, and only through that I learned more about, okay, how to actually go about this.
I know. How about you?
For me, I would say quality time is always, like, supreme. You know, like, I don't need to hear constantly, I love you, whatever. Like, that's always nice. Because I feel like all of us have a certain degree of, like, we like all of these things.
Yeah.
But it's like, I would say the main things for me is quality time, touch, and service. Like, acts of service is good too.
Okay, we said 2.
Okay, well, like, but that's how I feel love. How would you say that you express your love to me mainly?
I definitely, like, express my love to you by giving gifts. I feel like that's
and
my
this actually,
number one
we're
thing.
here in Getaway. This is her gift to me. This is my birthday gift, which is actually super nice. You know, like, this cabin. It's, like, in the middle of the woods. I'll put a video on right now showing what it actually is. It's just a very, very small cabin, private in the woods, and we thought actually it was the perfect time doing this.
Yeah.
So it was a perfect gift.
Thank you.
And it's funny, see, like, my way of feeling love wasn't gifts.
I know.
But here's also an adjustment that you can make. If you know that, okay, your partner's trying to express love to you through this avenue, and that's their way of expressing it, you can also be, you know, in the moment, be the conscious one and recognize that even if this is not the way that I feel loved, like, appreciate the effort that they put into it.
I try to do acts of service. I try to do your laundry sometimes. You know? You know, I try with that letter.
Oh, yeah. What would you say is the second one? So
how else?
You said giving gifts, and what?
And I would say, like, physical touch. I definitely love, like, touching your face.
My parents watch this.
Oh, babe.
I'm kidding. I actually think yours is words of affirmation.
No.
You're constantly saying I love you, and I love that
because I love you. I definitely, like, I don't know, like, sometimes I just tickle him. I stop, but it's true. Why are you hating the truth? It's true. You gotta take it. You want me to do videos? I'm gonna be honest.
Like, I think everybody feels love with physical touch, but sometimes, you know, actually, we were listening to a conscious relationships book on the way here. We had 2 hours in the book, and I mean, we had 2 hours in the car, and we were listening to that book on Audible. And the author in that book said that, like, people who don't like to be touched are usually, like, hiding something.
Yeah.
Like, they don't want their minds read. And usually, like, you know, if you're holding hands or, like, you're touching anybody, you can kind of get this sort of energetic, like, intuition that, you know, of what's going on in this person, like, with the vibe of the person. And anybody who's, like, hiding something, that's why they avoid being touched.
Yeah, I know. Listen to your intuition.
Yeah, that's always, like, a good thing to keep in mind. But physical touch, I definitely believe is a big one all around.
How about yours?
The way that I express?
Yeah, how do you express it?
I said before. I said, acts of service and quality time. I think, like, physical touch as well.
Yeah, you do a lot.
But I think for me, quality time honestly is, like, time away from everything, away from thoughts of my job, thoughts or even, like, TV, any sort of stimulus, no activity, just being there and actually talking. And that's something that is very new to me in this relationship. This is the only relationship where I've actually like taken the time to talk everything out and actually just communicate clearly. And I think every time you actually sit down and talk to your partner in that way, and just like, you know, even if it's not a serious conversation, just like a kind-hearted, humorous kind of sort of conversation, that's when
joking
you actually
around.
grow. That's when the bond grows deeper, I feel.
That's true. That's what the book was saying too about like you can never have a relationship that's so serious. You gotta put a little humor in it, you know, because then where's it gonna go?
Yeah, exactly.
So-
Humor opens the door up for love, whereas like seriousness contracts and you know makes partners like always trying to hide things from each other and everything like that. Humor just opens the door up for you to be yourself, and it automatically makes the partner feel more loved and like opens the door up for them to be themselves. So it's awesome.
So for PMQ viewers, I want to pose a little challenge for you guys, the ones that are currently in a relationship. And I want you, just because you watched this video today, I want to challenge you to go to your partners and have this conversation about the 5 love languages. I want you to talk to each other and express how you both receive love and give it to your partner.
Yes, go sit down today, tomorrow, this weekend. You got plenty of time now with the whole Corona thing going on. You got, you know,
Quarantined.
use the time wisely. Like, sit down, actually communicate, right? See if you've been making them feel loved. Communicate clearly if they are making you feel loved. If not, then communicate clearly how you would feel loved, right?
Yeah.
So just look it up on Google, 5 love languages, it'll come up. I think it's actually a whole book, so
Don't
I'm
be
not sure.
scared. Don't be afraid. It's a little challenging. Just bring it up to someone. Be like, hey, I want to talk about this. But at the end, I think, honestly, it'll be worth it. And it will make your relationship just so much more stronger.
Yes, so that's all we have for you today. Just a quick little video that we wanted to make while on our time here. So stay safe, have a wonderful quarantine time.
Wash your hands.
Apply these, have these conversations, okay? And let us know what sort of topics you want us to cover in future videos about relationships, okay? Just put that in the comment section below. But if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video.